Hello, ik heiße TKANDZ. I'm with Rolling Stone today.
If I could do it, then why can't you? Get up and make it work.
You just had your German debut at Unreleased,
Absolutely, yeah.
and this is your first time in Germany.
It's actually my first ever time in Germany, and it was my first performance as well about 2 days ago. I did Unreleased Frankfurt. Really, really amazing. Germany is somewhere I really wanted to go because back in like October, when Now or Never first really came out, Germany was the #1 country streaming Now or Never.
And is there another place you really want to go because of the music?
I'm thinking of where I haven't visited. So I've been to France, I've been to Italy, maybe back to Africa. Low key, because I was actually born in Lagos, right? And I moved to the UK at a young age, and I haven't actually been since then.
Do you have still family there?
Of course, yeah, I have family
Okay.
over there. I'm staying really close with my family, like back home. But I myself, I haven't actually gone back to Nigeria in a while. Like since a kid, actually, I have no memories or anything.
It would be so amazing if you go back and you just perform there, your family sees it and stuff. This would be really great. So maybe we see you there.
Yeah, definitely.
So all the hype started when you were really young. Are you still 19?
I'm 19 now, and I've been doing music for about 4 years. I started when I was 15.
I still got rank, don't waste no time, and I really got bags in my eye.
My first ever song was Love and Affection, which I dropped in November 2021.
Still you in your
Yeah.
teenage years.
Yeah.
And everyone knows you.
It's crazy, having my face out there and,
Yeah.
being recognized outside of the music. I had a song called No Sleep when I was 16 that did really well. It did 1 million streams on Spotify in a month.
Crazy.
But no
For
one knew my
16.
face. No one knew who I was. No one knew the story. So for Now or Never to resonate so globally and become so massive is so special to me, definitely.
How did life change for you?
In so many ways, like even mentally, before Now or Never, I was in a place when I was really close to quitting music because I felt like everything I was doing was getting overlooked and people weren't really getting the message and seeing my potential. When I dropped Now or Never, I remember straight away that song, like even before posting it, I said, this is gonna be the one. The lyrics, it just so motivating and uplifting. I just had a feeling that that song was really gonna, have its own story.
If I could do it, then why can't you? Get up and make it.
And it was perfect for everyone to use on TikTok because it was so motivating. Every sport clip ever.
Yeah.
So it had to go viral.
Absolutely, I'll definitely talk about that as well because in the sporting world, it wasn't actually meant to become a football sound. It became. I'm sure we're in Germany, so we call it football here. Hopefully, anyways. I know America call it soccer.
We call it Fußball.
Football, even better. I like
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm gonna call it now. So it became the biggest football sound in the world. You had every team using it. You had Chelsea, Arsenal, so many different big
Yeah.
teams. You had Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, you had Mbappe. So it became a sporting sound naturally. If you listen to the lyrics, it has nothing to do with sports, but it's the vibe of the motivation
Yeah.
and people really listening to that made it become so global in the sporting world.
It was just motivating and everyone hopped on it and was like, okay, I use
Exactly.
that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, and just seeing all of the sounds and the different names, like these are people I look up to. At one point, Ronaldo actually put on his story for his
Okay, that's crazy.
massage brand or something, CR7. And I just remember being in the hotel and I'm like, wow, like Ronaldo, like.
Was this your I made it moment?
That was most definitely the I made it moment. Because like as a kid, I used to, before music, I used to want to do like football. I used to want to become a football player and, I was
Yeah.
always, and just so many footballers that I've looked up to just using the sound and showing love. One in particular was Vinicius Jr. He used the song about 4 times. That meant something to me. It was really special.
You have a feature with Lil Baby.
Ah, yes.
How did that happen?
The Lil Baby feature was actually completely organic. We met them in Atlanta. So you see, I told you I've been to like the States and like I've been to New York. That's where I was like a few days ago.
Do you wear in the United States for music reasons?
Yeah, music, just really studio sessions. And another reason was I just wanted to catch a vibe with someone that wasn't the UK, just to
Yeah.
like draw inspiration. Because one thing about me is when I make my music, I like to see things, and that's what really helps me create. That's
Yeah.
what gets me in that zone. Like if I see a billboard, I talk about my name being on the billboard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I see something, a nice spot to eat, I talk about fine dining. So it's
Yeah, you need
always
inspiration.
absolutely, it's always got to be relevant, and it always has to mean something to me. Definitely. To go back on your question about Lil Baby, we met in Atlanta. We actually went out there for Young Thug's show. Amazing, that show was amazing. It was really big. I said amazing twice. That's how you know
It was
it was
really
amazing. But yeah, we went out there and we met Doug, we met so many different artists, so many different names, and it was a really cool moment. And that same night, pretty much, Lil Baby's team, they were in the area, so they hit us up and they're like, yo, we got a studio session out here, Baby wants to see you guys, and we made it happen organically. We met in the studio, because I said to myself as well, anyone that I do a song with, I want to have chemistry with them, I want to be in the studio with them, I want to get to know the person, vibe out with them. Baby was really humble, super chill, and to have him on the song is a statement for me. He talks about things that make sense, that resonate with now and ever, It's all about making it work from nothing to something, and Baby has songs with, exactly that message. I'm glad to have him on it.
Do you still can listen to your song? Or are you over it?
This is the best question I've ever had, because someone asked me the same question not too long ago, and they were like, do you not get tired of, hearing your voice? If the message of Now or Never wasn't, so impactful for me as well, then potentially, but I think it's a reminder to keep going, like hearing it on the radio, hearing it on TikTok, it's a reminder to like just keep going.
Daily affirmations.
Yeah, I don't get tired of it, Talking in general, maybe I might get tired of my voice, but hearing Now or Never is less of a song and it's more of like a message.
So you're still jamming to it in the car?
All the time. If it comes on, we don't skip. we don't hit skip.
And what are your next planned steps?
We have so much on the way. We have Rolling Loud that's coming up. That's going to be amazing. More shows, just more events. And I just want to be seen in the right places, just go out more and draw inspiration from different places. That's the plan. You can also expect an EP on the way. That's been in the works for about 2 years now. And I'm getting closer to finalizing it. I just want to make sure that it's perfect and it makes sense. I don't want to rush it. It's my first ever project. So, getting that together is very, very special to me, and that's on the way.
I expect it to be really good, of course.
It has to be good. It has to be. More than good. It has to be.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's the
Double
word.
amazing.
That's the word we're going to take today. Amazing.
As you're still really young and you started so early, you told me you wanted to quit at some point. What is like one thing you maybe needed to hear earlier, which you can give to upcoming artists?
You have to believe that timing is everything. That's my brand right now. Central C has Can't Rush Greatness, so mine is timing is everything. I believe that everything happens at the right time for the right reasons. And I would just say, like, put 100% into anything that you want to do, and you succeed 100% of the time. Even if you're upcoming, I feel like if you go above that mark of good and you really put in the work, then eventually people will start to actually take you in and notice you, along the way.
Beautiful last words.
Thank you so much.
If I could do it, then why can't you? Get up and make it work. Ain't no way that I'm sitting around this.